Hello! We are part of the BuMP Design Lab team with a lowercase u, working with Booth Mary Pritchett, a high school for pregnant and parenting teens. I'm Gracie and I'm 16.
Hi, I'm Laura and I'm 15.
Hi, I'm Piper and I'm 17.
Hi, I'm Athena and I'm also 17.
Hi, my name is Beau and I'm 16, and we're all DLabbers at One Stone, which is a student-led nonprofit organization in Boise. So for our design lab team, we're working with BuMP. This high school provides the students with a learning zone that will help provide the needs that pregnant or parenting teens will need, such as an incentive store that contains clothes, diapers, baby wipes, and house essentials. BuMP allows the teens to bring their children to school, as there is a daycare at the bottom of the school. This school is provided by the Boise School District and the Salvation Army and is located at the Salvation Army headquarters in Boise.
For our empathy experience, we visited Booth Mary and Pritchett 2 times. The first, we went for like a pizza party lunch, and we just got to meet and talk to the girls about what their lives are like and how school is at Booth Mary and Pritchett. The second time, we brought a Life X game to the school. A Life X game is just basically a giant version of the board game Life. The girls got to play it and we got to play with them. And we were really grateful for these experiences. They were extremely helpful in ideation later in our project, and they were great opportunities.
So after our 2 empathy experiences with the BuMP team, we came up with a few insights. We noticed that the daycare provides comfort to the mothers because they can learn in an environment where they know that their children are safe and just in another room. We also learned that the online platform can be really unattractive to students because it can be really frustrating. BuMP just moved over to the online platform this year, and students don't like it as much as they did when BuMP was the conventional high school where teachers came in to teach the students. We also learned that childcare can be very, very expensive, and a lot of times these students who are usually working more than one job and also going to school on top of taking care of a child, they just don't have the funds to pay for typical childcare, which is why BuMP offers childcare at the Salvation Army. It still does cost a little bit of money, but it is lower than the fees that would be at a normal daycare. Students are also having a really hard time with the quarantine just because they can't bring their children to the daycare. And a lot of them can't work because they don't work essential jobs. And another thing is that they cannot go to the incentive store to pick up the things they need, like diapers and wipes. From what we understand, contacting with our end users, we found that they can go about once a month. We also know that BuMP is a co-ed school, so pregnant and parenting teenagers, including the fathers, can come to this school to learn. After we sorted through our insights, we came to our problem statements, which is that the school needs a better reputation, knowing that there's a stigma around the school, and there are rumors floating around that it's not a real school and it's not cool. Another problem statement was that the school needs better advertisement, knowing that there's a very small enrollment. Then we got into our how might we statement, which is how might we highlight positive experiences at BuMP that empower and inspire these students to share their stories and successes so it can spark other students' passions to learn. And now we were kind of at a holding point because of quarantine and staying at home, and we couldn't meet with the BuMP students, and it kind of got frustrating. But our team came to the idea of making this kind of map of all of these ideas that we could do to help better these students' lives while they are in quarantine and when they get out of quarantine, and even when they graduate, and kind of like carrying on the tradition of BuMP.
Yes, so we settled on 3 big ideas to choose between. The first idea is being pen pals that will later turn into a book or a video. We thought this would be a great way to keep in touch right now because we have to social distance and get to know the students better and have something tangible that will be inspiring to many others. With this season being difficult and the students needing some encouragement, we decided we definitely wanted to send encouraging notes or letters to them for some positivity and to let them know that we are there for them and thinking of them. This would also be a really good opportunity to be creative and to allow something to be fun. Then we thought about other variations of this to consider. We could create a personalized book with and for each individual student. This could be about what they've learned from being a teen mom and their tips for others who are on the same journey as they were, or anything. And then we got to thinking, with the students' permission, we could create with them a book of compiled with many successes, positive experiences, and stories about their journey. This would empower them and hopefully inspire others and encourage them to go to Booth. We all got really excited about this idea, and it could work as an inspiring video uploaded to YouTube as well. These here are a few of many cards or letters that we made for the students. We mailed them in, and we are hoping it spreads some joy in their life right now. We really enjoyed making them, and hopefully this is something that we can do again. Which brings us to idea 2, communication skills. We virtually met with a speech language pathology program student at ISU Meridian and learned about how important communication skills are and how the development in language as kids look like. So we thought that we could make accessible workshops of basic communication skills that could help the parents and the babies. We were given several resources from our Google Meets meeting, and we thought that we could make them a chart of communication growth corresponding to their ages to help keep track of where their children are and if they need help. Similar to this, we could introduce the pen pal idea into this and write back and forth to each other. They could ask questions or give advice that we could give to others, and we could send tips from the resources, if not the entire resource itself, hopefully making communication easier for them. And now, Bo is going to talk about our third idea.
So during this quarantine, a lot of the students at BuMP are struggling, as some of them have lost their jobs and some don't have very good home situations. Our third idea is to create a support box that we would send to each student, and it would contain the needs or wants that the students need. When we were on a call with Jessie, who's the academic interventionist at BuMP, she thought it was a great idea, as some of the girls could not access the incentive store. We also came up with the idea of putting a little letter in each box asking the students if they would be willing to write about a certain prompt, such as, how has this quarantine changed your views or you? And would you be willing to tell us a story about something that you've learned and that you think is very valuable that a new parent should know?
So, as Gracie and Bo mentioned before, we met with Sarah Aldrich, which is a speech and language pathologist student, and we just learned about young developing minds and children with young mothers and what might that look like, and a couple of ways to help them. We also met with Jessie White, which is the academic interventionist at BuMP, and we learned how the BuMP students are doing at this time, ways to reach them, and confirmation on the project, and kind of gauging the interest of her and BuMP as a whole. We actually got 2 responses for our ideas and from the BuMP students, and we're really, really excited to work with them. Oh, you're on mute.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We would really appreciate it if you left some feedback below in the comment section, and hopefully we'll see everyone soon. See ya.